Zillow fire sells their full home inventory to Wall Street. And I'm also going to be updating you about Bitcoin update. So let's dive in. Hey gang, my name is Mike with MrNoFluff.com, and today we're going to be talking about what's happening in the real estate market. What is really truly happening? Because if you watch the news, they don't give you all the information um, that I see in the trenches. For example, we have seen what's happening in China with Evergrande or whatever you want, however you want to pronounce it, that they're defaulted just recently on big chunks of money. Okay. And there's a lot of companies in America that also are going to be affected by this. But whatever happens there is a domino effect that flows over because the world is so connected today. And we can see that the tide in real estate is changing because few months ago I brought you videos about how Zillow fired 25% of their employees. And on top of that, they stopped buying houses and fixing them and flipping them. So they got out of the house flipping business. Now think about it. Zillow, big corporation, they have access to 0% financing. They're close to the printing press. Banks love to lend to that kind of businesses. They're able to raise money on the stock market, etc. And even though they have full access to the best real estate agents to sell their homes after they rehab it, they have all the best data. They know how people are searching, what kind of keywords, what areas, what square footage they're looking for. I mean, they have all those data mining information at their fingertips. Um, on top of that, they have the contractors in place, etc., that they're going to stop instantly, hit the brake, not slow down, not temper, like the Fed's talking about with the stock market. But real quick, download my free book, Real Estate Investing for Beginners, the ultimate starter guide at myrealestatedojo.com, where I teach you how to find motivated sellers, buy their homes at a deep discount, and then have the seller become your own private bank. Subject to, get it now. One more thing, if you're looking for private one-on-one help when it comes to real estate investing, then consider joining my academy where you sit down with me one-on-one. 2, you get monthly coaching. 3, you get access to my best-selling courses. 4, you get access to my video library, and then the list goes on for just $97 a month. Join me now at MrNoFluff.com. Lastly, the best six-figure side hustle, bicycle flipping. Want to see how? Here's a behind-the-scene video how I did it. Go to thebestsidehustle.mrnofluff.com. Now let's get back to the content. Just hit the brakes and stop. Okay. That's a clear sign that something is happening. And now they took all this homes that they had because they weren't able to bring it up and flip it because they see what's happening in the real market. We have inflation going off the roof, right? We're having massive people behind in their home payments. We're having massive, X, Y, and Z happening. Okay, you can hear it by yourself if you're on my channel. You already know. Now they're dumping their inventory at a fire sale to just one company, and they're just selling it at one big umbrella. Okay, and it's to who are they selling it to? Well, to Wall Street. Okay, to Wall Street investment fund that's based in New York that is embedded with Wall Street. And this company they're selling to, they already own like 8,000 single residential homes all over America, and now they're going to be buying thousands and thousands of sales inventory all at once by free money. The Wall Street's going to get this free money from the Fed, in a sense, and just acquire all this inventory, because if Zillow had paid the consequence of selling it on the fair market, then it would deflate the uh, real estate a lot faster, and powers to be don't want it, right? But the problem with that is that that hurts the capitalist idea of you know if a company is not efficient, they should get destroyed. Simply put, they should get annihilated because another competition will come that's going to be more efficient. They're going to have better systems, or it's going to go to smaller players like real estate investors like myself or like yourself versus going to the big Wall Street. So basically, the system that we have right now is just set up where there's just big corporations in all aspects. If you're talking about sunglasses, if you're talking about real estate, if you're talking about food, and they want to eliminate the middleman in a sense, the middle guys, the smaller guys, the players, for them to be real estate investors. Now, I'm not saying there's not opportunities. There's still a lot of opportunities, but this is where it gets really, really good as massive inventory comes. But the New York uh, investment firm and their Wall Street buddies are the ones that are getting rich. If you remember the last crash, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, that's when, it was very, very juicy because there was so much inventory. Okay. So now we have a fire sale. Zillow is dumping the properties to an investment firm that has 8,000 single residential homes already. They're going to get another 3, 5, 10. Who knows how much inventory exactly uh, Zillow is going to dump at a discount, because when you're buying so many properties under like one blanket, you're getting it at a deep discount. So Zillow is definitely going to be losing money in these transactions, um, and simple as that. Okay. Now, but what does that mean for me and you as a real estate investor? Well, tides are changing. The tides are changing. Okay. Uh, and they probably can cover it up a little bit more. Who's they? The Fed and Big Brother. They could try to stretch it up a little bit longer. But as I brought to you guys before, that the more they stretch it, the more probability of we're going to have civil war or civil unrest, the more probability that two, that the dollar is going to lose its world reserve currency, and so, and three, they got to fix it up through higher interest rates, which is going to cause many people to suffer. They got to have to allow to the foreclosures to happen, which is going to cause a lot of people to suffer. So these are the three options. Like if you zoom out, that I see. And guys, if you go back to my 2016 videos, you go back to my 2015 videos, man, I've been predicting things left and right like Astradamus. Uh, and I'm just a refugee to America. Okay. So these are just my personal opinions. I was right on gold. I was right on the gas prices shooting up, the real estate crash, stock market coming down, civil unrest, and this so many the saving money in your bank in 2016. I've done a lot of videos explaining about how I took my money out of the banking system, because putting money in your banking system was just a bad idea, and everyone said I was crazy. Fast forward a few years, you can see what's happening. Okay, just like we just saw a lady just at the airport. They just seize all of her money. So, control is getting crazy, and they don't want freedom in a sense, right? That's why, you're seeing big companies not allowing their inventories come into the fair market value, because then it will push down the market even harder, and we need it to be propped up, right? So anyways, that's a different story. Now let's talk about Bitcoin. I'll give you guys a little Bitcoin update. In my opinion, Bitcoin is going bearish. Okay, if we don't see Bitcoin closing out this month, $63,000 and above, then I don't think we're going to hit that $119,000 that I said that we have a probability of hitting a few months earlier. Okay, now if we do, then there's a high probability that we will hit that number. But if we don't, because historically, uh, at this time after Thanksgiving, we should be pumping. Okay, the market should be pumping. If you look at 2016, it was pumping after Thanksgiving. By Christmas, it was pumping. Right now, we're in a bearish state, and I think that if you haven't taken profits, then not financial advice, you're probably going to be sorry. Like myself, I've already taken 98% profits on the stuff that I wanted to sell, and some people want to write it out and get the very, very top, but it's kind of hard to do that. And that's why I strategize in selling, percentage of some at, for example, at 30, some at 40, etc., 60, etc. Okay. Anyways, guys, so I think that, I'm bullish on Bitcoin long term. I think it's going to be the world reserve currency, but, who knows if it's going to be Bitcoin, it's going to be Bitcoin Cash, it could be Bitcoin SV, because there's new evidence coming out that says Craig Wright can be the actual Satoshi, right? Because of the court case he won in Florida. So who knows what's going on? And if that's the case, that Craig Wright has a lot of Bitcoin, he can just dump it all and bring Bitcoin to his knees, and Bitcoin SV can be the next Bitcoin. So, but I think that one of these cryptos will be the future, because we need decentralization versus Fed owned or government owned monetary, because it always ends in wars and killings and inflation and riots and poverty, where a decentralized money system will restore our life energy, so we don't have to keep working more and more, and the price of things don't just get more and more expensive, unless there's really a shortage of products versus printing of money. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you could click the like button. Don't take no for an answer. Remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you imagine. Romy. Don't take no for an answer. Peace.